Hey guys, I'm Buzz Glover here. I am the founder of BizLoanConsultants.com, and I'm also the author of Business Loan Brokering 101. And I have nearly 20 years of experience in both equipment finance and commercial real estate finance. Thanks for joining me here in my fourth video. Let me get to that slide. Thanks for joining me on this fourth and final video, what I'm labeling the Life Pivot Business Loan Brokering Mastermind Series. In video one, I showed you, if you looked at the other videos in the series, in video one I showed you the very low startup cost when you're starting a business loan brokering company. I showed you the high earning potential. I showed you the better fulfillment experience where you can work, kind of plan your own day, and you don't have to be in and have set hours and everything else that goes with it. In video two, I showed you the need in the marketplace and how banks aren't approving most of the loans that they receive. I also showed you the 3 steps to mastering business loan brokering, which is basically finding deals, an easy way to find deals, how you package them, and how you choose a bank to send them off to. In video 3, I showed you what your value add proposition is as a business loan broker. I showed you how to price your services or price your deals. And then I showed you how to run TVM calculations, which are basically time value of money calculations. And there's really just one formula that you're going to use over and over in that calculator. 99% of the time you're going to use just one calculation, and I showed you that in video 3. In this fourth and final video, you'll want to make sure you stay till the end because it will change your life. Just a real quick note, if you haven't seen the first 3 videos, go back and check them out because it gives you a primer for this video. So let's get started on this final video in the series, and jumping back to the last slide, make sure you stay to the end of this final video because I'm going to bring it all together for you, and I'm also going to make a major announcement. Okay, so let's get started in this final video in the series. In this video, I will cover the commissions or earning metrics, and there's certain things that will make you more successful in this business. You know, how many deals you get approved, how many funding sources, how many referral sources. I'm going to get into all the metrics in this video. I'm going to try to bring it all together for you so you have a great understanding of what the business is all about. And then, once again, I'm going to give you my major announcement. And today could be the next big day within your life. I always say that if you miss a bus, it changes your destiny. And just the simple fact that you found me here, either on a YouTube video or however you found me, it could be a major change in your life. After you get started in your business, you can start tracking some metrics within your business. These metrics can also be viewed as your success factors. For example, if you're doing mostly equipment finance transactions and deals that are under $250,000 and you want to earn, say, a 6-figure income, you can back into how many referral sources you will need. Oh, and by the way, when I talk about earnings, please refer to my earnings disclaimer because I want everyone to know that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. There's some hard work involved, and I just don't want to lead anyone down the road assuming that they can just jump into this and, you know, make big money. So just please do me a favor and read that earnings disclaimer. Okay, let me show you the success factors using a spreadsheet that I created. Okay, guys, the key factors in what you are able to earn are going to be based on the average deal size that you're working on, how many points you add into the deal, and then the number of referral sources that you have sending you business, or other ways you can market the business. I know that's my key element for this training is getting referral sources, and then your closing ratio. So just for an example, if you are working on equipment finance deals and the average deal is $100,000, which isn't unreasonable, depends on the niche that you're in, and you're adding, say, 2 points to every deal, I would actually make that a little higher. If you're working on smaller deals, like $100,000 deals, I'd go just make it 5 points. You would earn $5,000 on each deal that you closed. If you had 20 referral sources sending you 3 deals a year, you would have 60 deals added to your pipeline. if you, which means that would be $6 million in total funding. If your closing ratio was only 25%, you'd make $75,000. My guess is that if you're working on smaller deals and you're doing it the way that I'm teaching you, you're going to close more than that. So obviously, if you're working on bigger deals, your closing ratio will probably go down. So let's just say you're working on $100,000 deals. You're adding 5 points into each deal. You'll make $5,000 on each deal. You have 20 referral sources sending you 3 deals a year. Now, if you can get referral sources based on some of the things you're doing to send you more deals per year, or you're in a niche that they wouldn't automatically do that, you could see that the numbers go up. But you can work with these numbers and figure out, what niche is a good niche to get into based on the deal size, how you do your pricing, the number of referral sources that are sending you business. I guess the number of deals they send is actually one of the keys of the business as well, but you can't really control that. I guess, you can to a point, because you can teach them how financing is an important part of the buying decision. But then your closing ratio, if you're able to close more of your business, say 75% of the business, you can see that your earnings go up substantially. If you're not closing a lot of your business because they're sending you bad deals and you go down to 25%, you can see that it affects your commission that way. But so this is just a little metric. These are the things you got to really key in on becoming successful in the business. And once again, that's the average deal, how you price the deal or how many points you add into the deal, the number of referral sources, which is the key thing, and then your closing ratio. So, just one other thing. If you wanted to get 40 referral sources sending you business in a year, that's only little over 3 referral sources a month. So keep that in mind. It's not that many. And it would be, it's not out of the question to find 3 to 4 referral sources per month. And that is one of the definite keys to the business. Okay, thanks. I'm going to go back to my whiteboard presentation. While the earnings metrics exercise is exciting, the real excitement is your ability to make a conscious effort to change the way you're living, your career, and ultimately your lifestyle. Are you ready for a change in your life? But before I make my big announcement, take a few more moments to imagine if, 1, you could get up every morning and plan your own day, not what your boss or someone else had planned for you. You had the earning potential every day or year of earning what the highest paid professionals get paid. You could live life by your design and not what was dictated to you. You could own a business that doesn't have fulfillment hurdles that are a drag or that require you to be there all hours of the day and or the weekend. You could run a business that finally gets you in a position to earn what you're worth. If you were to look into your future 1 year from now or 5 years from now, what do you think you would see? Would you still be working for the man? Would you still be earning less than your potential? Would you still be doing the same things you're doing today because you didn't take any initiative or risk to become a better earner? Do you have a plan? When was the last time you made an investment in your own life? I showed you quite a bit what it takes to get started in this business, but how much better would you be if you had a successful coach helping you along the way? I'd love to be that coach for you. Okay, guys, here it is. This is the introduction to BizLoanConsultants.com Life Pivot Mastermind Coaching 1.0, an online deep dive into the business of brokering commercial business loans. For the past year, really year and a half, I've worked on what I feel is the most comprehensive, real-world, step-by-step program that will change many of my coaching students' lives. If you follow the program, it will change your life. This is not about starting a loan brokerage business. It's really about you changing your current situation. It's about you finally committing to the hard decisions of making a change in your life. Most people shy away from a change. A few will take the bold steps to move forward and change their future forever. So here's the deal. It was developed for those who wanted to finally make a commitment to a real life pivot change in their lives. It covers 9 in-depth online learning modules with multiple sub-modules delivered online over 9 weeks, plus 5 additional bonus modules. So what does the program cover?
Okay, guys, let me show you real quickly what the modules look like right now. Keep in mind that each one of these modules within the course will have submodules. So one module might have 3 or 4 submodules, others might have 10, others might only have 2. It just depends on how much I need to cover for that general subject that I'm covering. So in Module 1, it's basically an introduction to the course, and it gives you a course roadmap, how to get through the materials, some of your goals for completion, some of the goals you should probably set for yourself, how to correspond with me, any questions you have, and I just don't want anyone being a hater as we go through this. If you have a question, I'm sure I'll get back to you quickly, and I just want a certain coolness throughout the group to make this a fun experience for everybody, including myself. Module 2 is the office setup and procedures. It's basically housekeeping. In part 1 of Module 2, I go into naming your business, because you're going to have a name pretty much before you do a lot of the other housekeeping things. You're also going to have to choose a niche, which I realize will change as you grow. And don't worry too much about that, but you should choose some type of niche that you're interested in within the business. In part 2 of Module 2, I'm going to talk about the legal formation of your company, how you should set up an LLC. I also talk about what you'll need in your office to get set up with a good office space. In Module 3, I talk about the core of business loan brokering, and this is what most of the other training courses out there focus on. I really do not. I think that you need to understand these, and you need to understand the products. It's easy to learn. You can learn it quickly. The core of my training is more for the marketing end, finding deals, packaging them, and then sending them to the right bank. But you do need to know what the various products you can offer. So, real quickly in Module 3, I go through, and there's probably more than this that I'll add. These are just the primary ones. I go through equipment finance. I go through commercial real estate loans. I go through leases versus loans in equipment finance. Big ticket finance versus small ticket finance. Lease structures that you can offer. Municipal leases. What a sale leaseback is. Section 179 of the IRS code, which will help you close more business. Advantages of leasing over cash. The typical commercial structure of a commercial real estate loan. Bridge loans, mezzanine loans, the difference between bridge loans and mezzanine loans, and hard money loans. And then other finance products that you can offer as a business loan broker, including accounts receivable financing, factoring, franchise financing, SBA loans, and I also talk about how you get paid offering these various products. In Module 4, I show you, and this is the core of my training, how to find deals, because if you can't find deals, you can't really be successful in this. So my emphasis is on how to find deals in your marketing. I go through an overview, an introduction, and an introduction. I talk about my proven method, the annuity method that I've talked about in many of my YouTube videos. Creating a name for yourself in a certain niche or a niche, and why it's important to do that. Your added value proposition and why referral sources will want to partner with you. Calling on banker business on how to get their declines. Other methods of marketing as well, including a really cool technique using Westlaw, reverse UCCs, which I'll get into. It's too much to get into here. Google Adwords. I actually have some experience in this, and I'm actually in the process of taking a certification program there. Using Hoovers and Dun & Bradstreet, using LinkedIn as a resource, how to market through CPAs and attorneys, a 7-touch program when you're trying to contact these people, how you can finally get them to know who you are. If you do decide to telemarketing, I have some experience in that, what I'll talk about. Your business cards and your brochures and your website, which I don't have on here, which is very important, and I got to make a note to add that. How to create your own website and not pay a ton of money to do that, which I've also given out there as a free video, so you might have seen that already. Getting into Module 5, how to package your deal for a funding source. Pricing your deals and proposals. What to include in your package based on the deal type, commercial real estate deal versus equipment finance deal. So, what's the information you're going to supply to the bank or the funding source? How to do a quick write-up or transaction summary on the deal for the funding source. How to deliver the deal to the funding source. Then in Module 6, you've got the deal, you've got a package. Now you have to choose a funding source. So how do you approach these guys, and do you approach them with or without a deal? Keeping a good database of your funding sources through your customer relationship management program. Types of funding sources: banks, private equity firms, insurance companies, independent lessors, SBA lenders, etc. How to approach a funding source. Why having a go-to source helps your business. And then our forum where we will be sharing funding source information that I think is going to be a great asset in the training. In Module 7, I'm going to talk about the documentation and the documents you'll see and run across most often as a business loan broker. Commercial real estate profile, which is just a guide to help you ask for the right information. An equipment finance profile, credit applications, fee agreements, transaction summaries, term sheets and proposals, master leases and schedules and the difference between those, and a delivery and acceptance, which these will be common forms, and as I run across other forms, I'll add to that as well. In Module 8, if you want to start growing your business once you're successful, you want to add on new hires. I'll show you how to pay them, what's a good way to train them, and also adding manufacturing programs in equipment finance. If you want to start approaching manufacturers to become their go-to source for funding, it's more of an advanced strategy, but I'll talk a little bit about that. Now, in Module 9, I get into some advanced training and other industry resources outside of my course, just to know that they're out there. The Equipment Leasing Finance Association, the NAELB, which I left off here, National Association of Equipment Leasing Brokers. You can get an equipment finance certification if you want to take the training to a higher level. CCM designation, Anatomy of a Lease Transaction, which is a book that I've read that was really good. The Monitor, which is a trade magazine for equipment finance, and Kit Mencken, which is just an organization of keeps you up on the latest news and who's funding deals. Bonus Module 1 is a fast track, so I'm going to try to give you a bonus module that will get you through a lot of the course early in the course. It's not going to get as deep into it as the entire course will, but it'll let you know what you need to do to start doing deals quicker and quick steps to getting your business up and running. Bonus module number 2 is the BizLoanConsultants.com forum and how to share information among the various people who go through my coaching. So a big asset, and I'm going to show you how to use that. And bonus module number 3, it's how to handle success, paying your taxes, your accounting, and one of the areas that once you start getting successful, I don't want you to get lazy, and it's actually a personal experience that I will run by you once I start making some pretty good money. Bonus module number 4 is what to do if you have bad credit. Occasionally, you're going to run across funding sources who will not do business with you if you have bad credit. Don't let it be a deterrent for getting in the business, but I do want to, if you do have bad credit and you experience something bad in your bankruptcy or something else, or a low credit score, I do have a cool little module to help you start repairing your credit, which is, like I said, a bonus module. So there you have it. There actually will probably be much more than this, but this is the basics of what I'll be offering, and it's many, many hours of instruction, and it should take you to a new level in starting a business that can be very lucrative for you. So I'm going to go back to the whiteboard here, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
So there you can see it's completely comprehensive, everything you need to get started brokering commercial business loans. Each module is followed up with a live Q&A coaching call the week after it is released for the entire group. What happens once you commit? You feel good about yourself because you finally are taking a step towards a positive change in your life. You are provided with a step-by-step system to build a great business for yourself. You begin living and breathing a fulfilling career that allows you to create your own blueprint for your life, not someone else's. All types of opportunities start to unfold for you. So here's my dilemma in pricing the BizLoanConsultants.com mastermind course. I did not want to be the lowest price training, simply because I'm confident that my training will be better and it cheapens my offering. But I did want to make it affordable so I could change as many lives as possible. I needed to make it worth my while and commit 100% of my time to making you a successful broker. So you've probably looked at there are other options out there for training to become a business loan broker. If you've done any research on the web, you'll see that a few of these courses exist, and to be brutally honest, it would be most likely be a good investment for you to enroll in most of them. The problem is that most of them are way too expensive, and also most of them require an expensive plane trip, time off work from your current job, hotel stays, long days and boring classes, and as far as I can tell, they're not as comprehensive as my coaching. So these are other options, or these are some of the options out there. BizLoanConsultants.com or Loan Consultants. This is one that I know about because I went through this class. It's a weekend class. Some of these might have changed, so don't hold what I'm saying. Like I said before, any one of these would be a good investment for you because I think it would change your life. I just don't like you see you spending all that money. But the Loan Consultants, I believe, is up to $13,000. When I took it, it was $10,000. I took it about 3 years after I got started in the business. I just wanted to expand my funding source database, and they mentioned they could do that. And I did find one funding source that I funded a few deals through that I wouldn't have been able to fund otherwise, so it made it worth the $10,000 that I spent. But there's a Commercial Loan Broker Institute. I don't know much about these guys other than the fact that on their website it says it's $18,500 to take their course. Then there's Commercial Capital Training Group. I've talked to a few of their guys. They have training that starts at $25,000, goes all the way up to $65,000, depending on what level. I believe their platinum level is $65,000. Once again, if you want to do your research on these areas, go ahead and do it. I invite you to do it because I think you should do your due diligence before you sign up for anything. But so these are some of the other options out there for you. One of the things I want to do is point out why I think my training is different than all the others. One is, I think it is a more real-world approach to the business. It can be accessed at any time and done at your own pace. It focuses on your best chances to be successful. It takes a minimal viable solution towards your business, basically saying, let's get into this business for as little money as possible, and let's see if we can gain our success without spending a ton of money like these other ones. It provides better opportunities for networking and building a solid community. I'm going to provide a forum where if a guy out in San Diego finds a funding source that's doing nationwide business, and then there's a guy, say, here in Pittsburgh, they can trade information on this forum that will be developed within the class. And the business will be more enjoyable when you use my marketing approach. I think the way I approach the business is different than the way anyone else does. And just real quickly, I think that most of the other ones just go into the different products. They talk about equipment finance and leasing, and then they talk about commercial real estate finance and hard money loans, and then they go through each product. I really go into it as a real world to say, hey, look, this is how you go find deals. This is what you do when you find them. This is who you should send them to. I'm not talking about the various products that are available for you to sell. I think that's kind of doing you a disservice. But okay, hey, just another real quick thing. This is something I stumbled upon. Biz Buy Sell. This is Pittsburgh, PA. So that's where I'm located. And I started reading this, and this was a business that was for sale. It was a small business equipment leasing company. The asking price was $440,000. The EBITDA, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, was $283,000. His gross income was $428,000. So I read through this, and I knew who it was because you'll find out that you'll start knowing other guys in the business in your city. This is a guy that I had lunch with all the time. Matter of fact, I've turned him on to a bunch of deals. But what I thought was interesting was after I saw this, I called him. His name's Frank. I said, Frank, let's meet for lunch. We went down and had lunch. I said, I know it's you who's selling your business. I go, why do you think you could get $440,000 for your business? Because I thought maybe he was holding paper or he had receivables where he was making the loans on his own. And the reality of it, he goes, no. He goes, I just have a bunch of referral sources, and I'm going to teach these guys the business. And I said, Frank, I go, $440,000 is a lot of money to teach somebody the business. So I wanted to point that out. The reality is that I wanted to offer it as a realistic, affordable price for those who are serious about making the commitment without risking 5 figures to get started. So here's the deal. Finally, you get to see the price. My normal price for the course is going to be $2,497. I'm offering a $500, what I'm calling the Life Pivot Special. It's basically an inaugural price. The training is developed, but this will be the first time me offering it, so I'm giving a discount. It'll never be offered lower than this price, $1997. So you're getting a $500 rebate off of my regular price, and it's what I'm calling the Life Pivot Special. So your total cost is $1,997, or as any good financing guy would offer, you could do 6 equal payments of $332.83, and I'm running that through PayPal Credit. So if you sign up and you click on PayPal Credit, they will allow you, it says no interest are paid full within 6 months. Okay, so you're not paying any high interest rate or anything like that. All I did was take that amount and divide it by 6, came out to $332.83. Okay, as mentioned, you can transform your life for just $11 a day if you do take advantage of the PayPal credit option that I am providing, which means you can pay the full amount over 6 months. You can pay, I think, whatever you want each month and not get charged any interest as long as you pay it off within the first 6 months, which comes down to $332.83 if you just divide it by 6 and decide to pay that way. It is a $500 instant savings if you sign up before July 10th. And I do have Andor. Once again, I just want to hit home the PayPal credit. If you don't want to pay the full amount of $1,997, which does have the $500 savings in it, you can go with the PayPal credit. So the deal is the Life Pivot Special. If you sign up before July 10th, 2017 at 12 a.m., you will get the price that I'm offering right now for $1,997. I can tell you right now, if you put it off, you probably won't do it. And this is one of those things, like I said, if you reflect back on your life and you do this, this could be the one thing that kind of gets you out of the rat race and will put you into a business that you can enjoy and make pretty good money at it if you get good at it. So it's the Life Pivot Special, $500 off our regular price. This will be the lowest price that I ever offer the course at. I am knocking $500 because you will be the inaugural class. I know that the content is better than much of the content that I've seen out there, including classes that I've enrolled in and including talking with students that have enrolled in other classes have told me that some of the strategies that I use seem to be much better as far as the real world scenarios that I put you into versus just teaching you different loan products you can sell. So after July 11th, or I should say after July 10th, on July 11th, I am going to keep the enrollment open, but it's going to go up to $2,497, which is going to be the regular price of the class. I'm going to keep the enrollment open for approximately 6 days. And then after July 17th at 12 p.m., the enrollment closes, and no one else can get into the class at that point until I offer it up again some other time, either later this year or next year. So take advantage of it now. Don't put it off. Procrastination is the thief of opportunity. Get into it. Make this positive change in your life, and you'll be glad you did it down the road when you start closing some nice deals. Once again, enrollment begins today and ends July 17th. Oh, by the way, you get instant access to the first 2 modules once you enroll. So you'll immediately have some content to look at besides all the free content I give you already, which was probably worth what I'm charging for the class in itself. And then the first coaching call I have tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, July 19th. What I'm probably going to do is when I get these... when I see how many students I've enrolled, I'm going to try to figure out a time that's good for everybody. If it ends up being the day after I roll out one of the modules, then that's great. If not, we might do it on Thursdays, but tentatively it's going to be Wednesday, July 19th, which means that you'll get to see the modules. You guys will all probably have questions on the first two modules that you've already seen when you first enroll, and you'll be able to ask me any questions in these weekly calls, these coaching calls that you're going to get. You're going to get at least 9 of them, probably more like 12 or 13 of them, because I probably will do some for the bonus modules as well. So you do have access to me throughout this to help you get started in your business. So here's some additional bonuses for signing up today. You get access to the forum that I talked about, where you can share information, share funding sources, share techniques, share forms. You're going to get access to a private Facebook page. I hesitated doing that because I didn't want 2 places to go, but I thought, nowadays you got to be on Facebook, and it is going to be private, so only members who enroll will have access to that private Facebook page. I will supply you with a funding source database that I will be putting into the forum, and I will eventually be putting it into a CRM, which is a customer relationship management program. I am also offering 1 hour of one-on-one coaching for every student that enrolls. So you get 1 hour with me by ourselves. It'll be somewhere within the first month of when we roll out the program. I will set up a calendar for when you guys want to talk with me, and I'll make that available to you. Chances are I'll talk to you as often as you'd like in the beginning, but I just want to commit that I'll at least give you 1 hour. You get a free download of my book, and I apologize to those who have already bought it. So by signing up today, you get a free download of my book. For those of you who have purchased it, I'll try to make up for it in some other area. I'll try to help you close a deal, whatever it takes to make it so you're not mad at me for that. You'll get email notifications on new funding sources and postings as I get them, because there are funding sources contacting me all the time, trying to earn my referrals to you guys. So one of the things I am going to quit doing is doing one-on-ones, because I've been doing one-on-ones for free for the last 1.5 years, and unless you're a paid student any longer, I'm not going to continue to do that. I will answer some questions about getting started in the business, but I'm not going to spend an hour on the phone with guys teaching them the business like I will be for those who enrolled in the class. And then I'm also going to supply you with that metric spreadsheet that I did earlier in this video. So just keep in mind, one deal funded will typically pay all of your startup costs, including the cost of the course. Chances are you'll make more than the cost of the course. I do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you get involved in the program and you find out that it's not for you, or something happened that you don't want to be in it, unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. I won't ask you anything. You can just say, hey, Buzz, I don't want to do this, and I'll make sure your money's refunded, and you'll be good to go. This education will be better than any college class you could enroll in. I don't want to get too bold with this. This might be better than any college you could go to. My feeling is that once you go through this class, you could earn more money than many of the majors and many of the colleges that are out there, including the best colleges out there. So what happens once you commit? You feel good about making a commitment for a change in your life. The success starts once you commit. The simple fact that you're still watching shows you're committed at least making a change in your life. You open your mind to more learning and training to ensure your success. A flow of ideas, creativity, and process start to become a mindset for growing your business. You have hope to get out of your current situation, hope from finding an escape to the daily grind, or not getting paid what you think you're worth, or simply finding employment for some of you. What will happen if you do not commit today? You'll continue to be unfulfilled in your career and your life. A year from now, you'll be right where you are right now. You'll continue to be underpaid and not earn what your true potential is. Your lifestyle will remain the same, possibly working in a career that makes you feel empty and doesn't allow you to earn above average income. You will wallow on through a mediocre life. You wake up every morning with a sick feeling in your stomach about going to a job that is not fulfilling. Another year goes by without getting started in a business that you so desperately want to do. You go through your life earning less than what you are worth. You go through your life with others designing how your day goes instead of you designing how your day goes. This is a little graphic that I saw. It basically says this is what most people's lives are. They start their life, they go to school, they go to work, they have a family, and then they die. That's the typical life path. So this slide is perfect. You were not born to just go to work, pay bills, and then die. So what I want to teach you in this class is how to get some freedom, how to earn have a good earning potential, and to make your life much better. The training I just presented to you is possibly 100 times more information than I had when I first got started in 1999. I really didn't know what I was doing. Everything that I've put together here is over 17 years of out on my own experience. And you don't have to go through the same stumbling blocks that I went through. So here's what you need to do. There's a button down below on the website here. Just click on this button lower on the web page and you get instant access. So if you hesitate, chances are you're not going to come back and do it. So what I would recommend is just doing it now. You'll be glad you did it, and it'll be the first step to running a very successful loan brokerage business. So here's my story versus your story. If I would have even had the 4 video trainings I already offered for free, I would have been a couple years ahead of my game in the beginning. I had no idea what I was doing other than to have some previous experience in equipment finance. I did not know any of the funding sources. I did not know how to properly package a deal. I did not know how to price a deal. I did not know how to document a deal. I did not have a good marketing plan. I did not know how to protect myself in a deal. Now you can learn from my years of mistakes and start your business faster and with much more confidence with the BizLoanConsultants.com Life Pivot Mastermind Coaching 1.0, an online deep dive into the business of brokering commercial business loans. In closing, success isn't magic. It's generally the product of picking a good system and following it until luck finds you. Here's what you need to do. Click on this button lower on this webpage and get instant access. The button looks like this. Click here to enroll in Life Pivot Business Loan Brokering 101 Mastermind course. If you still have questions about the program, you can email me at sglover@BizLoanConsultants.com. If you don't have any questions, and I suggest even if you have questions, just get started, get enrolled, and I'll still answer your questions. And you'll be ready to go once the course launches here in the next couple weeks. Are you ready for a change in your life and career? Scroll down below and click on this button. Remember, procrastination is the thief of opportunity.